Hey everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about If the Shoe Fits, a meant-to-be novel. There was confusion about what the title of the book was, mostly confusion on my part.
I I had confusion.
And this book is by Julie Murphy. This is her first adult book, and I listened to the audiobook off of NetGalley.
And I read it off of NetGalley.
So this book is about Cindy. Cindy just graduated from Pratt Design School. And in true Cinderella style, Cindy's father has recently passed away, and all that's left is her stepmother and her two stepsisters. But this is Cinderella with a different spin. So Cindy's actually really close with her stepmother and her two stepsisters, and her stepmother and her father had triplets that are all now 5 years old. So Cindy is in New York. She graduates from Pratt Design School, and she's going home to California. Well, on the plane ride home from California, she meets this really charming, suave guy named Henry, and they have all sorts of fun flirting on the plane. But then when they land in California, they get separated. And Cindy's like, okay, well, that was a missed opportunity, but whatever. So she goes home, and her stepmother is the producer of a show called Before Midnight, which is kind of like The Bachelor, I guess. Never watched The Bachelor. And they have two girls drop off the show, and automatically they're like, well, the two beautiful stepsisters are going to be the ones that take the place. Well, Cindy's like, I want to take the place. I don't care that I'm not as polished as them or that I'm plus size. I want to, get the opportunity to possibly win the money and get the exposure for my designs. And so the stepmother agrees to let her go on the show, because in this version of Cinderella, stepmom is actually, it's a very functional stepfamily. And guess what? Prince Charming on Before Midnight is the guy from the plane. And so basically from there, it just kind of becomes, it's the basic reality TV dating book. Who's he going to pick? Do they fall in love? The cameras are following them around. And it kind of goes from there.
I feel like there's a lot of plot elements at the beginning of this book. Like there's a lot of exposition in this book. And I think that it really does fall off at the end because there's so much going on in the beginning that by the end, really nothing there. It's like you lead you up to a cliff and then you just fall off.
Well, in the end, yeah, because the ending, I was like, it kind of gets tuckered out at the end. And I can't decide how much I liked this book. I just don't know how much I liked this book, because I liked Cindy, I liked Henry. I wanted them to be more flirty.
Yeah, but I liked them together and I liked their flirtiness. However, I read more YA, right? I don't read as much adult romance. Is that because it fits more with the YA vein of, because she typically writes in YA? Is it because it fits more in that genre than the adult romance? I don't know.
Well, and it's being published by Disney, and it feels like a Disney adult romance book. It feels like it's been Disneyed. It also, to me, it didn't really feel like a Julie Murphy book. And I don't know if it's because it doesn't take place in the South. I don't know. And maybe because all of her characters have that distinct Southern voice. So maybe that's why it didn't feel like a Julie Murphy book.
Because she's got the plus size main character. She's got the pop culture references. She's got the kind of witty banter. I think it's got to be the Southern thing.
Yeah, because I said, to me, it just didn't feel like it. But there were parts of it, I really, really, really loved the fact that her step family, because it's Cinderella, so you expect horribleness, but it wasn't horror. It was an actual family, and I don't think you ever see that in these kinds of books. And I think that there are, particularly now, there are so many blended families that are functional.
Right, and and this blended family was real, you know what I mean? The siblings and the mom, they weren't perfect. The relationship wasn't perfect. There was problems, but it was realistic problems.
Right, and I feel like it was what you would expect. And I don't know, I appreciate that, because the whole book, the first half of the book, I kept waiting for somebody to be backstabby, and it didn't happen. And I was like, Like, well, there's something wrong that I'm expecting backstabbing. um, and I don't know. I feel like the other girls in the house, like some, I kind of, and I don't watch reality TV shows, so or dating shows, so I don't know if it's normal. I kind of wanted more with the dates. I guess I wanted just more.
I guess you don't really get to know a lot of the side characters. I feel like that's it. Like the side characters weren't built strongly enough to like be memorable.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
So like I said, I don't know. I don't know where I am with it. Like, I think I think that like Julie Murphy, I don't know how to phrase it. Like I think people looking for like that romance. I don't know if romance readers will love this. If you were like a hardcore romance reader, unless you're used to reading the more tame romance books.
Yeah, because it never really got steamy. But I'm like, I was okay with it. Like I had fun with this book. But
Right.
yeah, it never got steamy.
I feel like it could have worked just as well if the characters were in high school.
Probably.
So and maybe that's it. And I guess I mean like they had just graduated or she had just graduated from college. You don't actually know how old Henry is.
Yeah, that's true.
Um so and maybe that's part of it too. Like it's not really a YA book, but it's not really a romance book.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's going to be a whole series of these.
Which, and I'm totally down for reading the
I'm
rest.
totally down with reading more.
So.
Because it was pleasant and it was entertaining. Because like I feel like I'm acting like I didn't like it, but I'm like between a 3 and a 4. I just don't know.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I guess we should rate it.
Okay.
Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 4 unicorns. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep reading. I liked the relationship between Cindy and Henry. Like I had fun with it.
I can't decide if I want to go up to if I want to go down to a 3 or up to a 4. I feel like since I'm waffling so much, I'm gonna go up to a 4, just because like nothing is like sticking out that like this is like there's a problem with it. I just think it didn't meet my expectations. But I mean, it was pleasant. I think honestly, I think that the audience, if somebody comes in who I would give this to, is going to be an older teen.
Yeah.
Instead of an adult.
Right.
But I think it's got good bones. I think the series is interesting. And I'll keep reading.
All right.
So that is where we are on If the Shoe Fits, and we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.